Hey Zen fam, a lot to get through in this video, let's get to it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recount and tell you some of the great things that we did together in 2023 and hopefully some of the great stuff we're going to get to do in 2024 going forward. Right, so obviously 2023, the big thing we got to talk about right off the bat was my nomination for YouTuber of the Year after my nomination of YouTuber of the Month back in March. Now, as you're probably aware by now, we didn't crack it. We got really close. In fact, the winner, Mike from Gala Gaming, lovely chap, excellent tuber, give him a click. He did win, and he is one of you. He's one of the Zen fam. Hey Mike, you're gonna do great, mate. I know you are. I'm looking forward to see what you got. I've already got the video that you've got ready to go on the load. I'm just waiting for you to drop it, my friend. I saw the thumbnail. Anyway, so we didn't win that, but we move on. We hit 1,000 subscribers last year. We are nearly at 1,100. We just got to keep push. So that means you guys need to share. And of course, there's a few more of you who are out there. There's about, according to YouTube Studio, there's about 60% of you out there who are returning viewers who haven't hit the like, who haven't hit the share. So, not share, sorry, subscribe. So, please subscribe to me, and if you're on a mobile device, you'll have seen that when I said that and you hit it, that the little subscribe button does that flashy new thing. And if it doesn't, tell me in the comments. What else have we done? We went to some conventions this year. We went to Games Expo Glasgow. It's first time back since Hello. Now that Hello is, mostly dealt with, it's still hanging out, there's still people getting it, it's still a thing, obviously, we can't discount it, but it is not the situation it was 3 years ago. So, we're getting there, we're doing it, we're making it happen. And I had to say, Games Expo Glasgow, I had a lot of fun, made some really nice content, did a lot of stuff on the code across all my platforms. I had it on my Twitter, I had it on my Instagram, I made some shorts, made some community posts, and the long form videos that I made from that convention were really a lot of fun. I especially liked the interview I did with the guy that made that special little flickbook game thing. You'll see if you have a little dig back, it's a good video, and the guy was really interesting, and the concept even more so. What else? And of course we went to the Glasgow Gaming and Anime Convention. Now admittedly a slight departure because I don't really do anime here, but I do enjoy anime. I was one of those guys that got in on the ground floor back in the 90s with manga video. And some of you go, what's manga video? Oh god. We're going back to VHS tapes here guys, so we're going to move on from that. But they actually are setting up again for this year. I've already applied, and I have a tacit understanding that I will get a press pass again. I think I've been approved, but I'm still waiting on the actual thing coming through. Also applied for the new Insomnia coming this year. Now, Insomnia this year, as most years, it's in Birmingham. But what makes it different, or what makes me think I might be able to actually attend, is you can hike a tent and have an indoor camping area. So that's way cheaper than getting an Airbnb or some other small hotel type situation, because I'm skinty poos. Okay, I'm not a rich YouTuber yet by any stretch of the imagination. So I can take the mega bus down, obviously the day before, get to the place, set up, I assume, a tent and blah. Hopefully they got Wi-Fi and such like, and power supplies, oh god. Then I can walk around for a couple of days, make some interesting content, tell you about the thing, come back home, show you guys what I saw when I was there, what I experienced, what it was like, and yeah, I think that would be cool. But I've yet to get that press pass, so wish me luck. If you want to pester Insomnia, go, give Zenblock a press pass. I saw nothing. What else? Made lots of new connections this year. It was like Tech Tucker, Generation Pixel, a whole host of Scottish gaming YouTubers have been folded in to hashtag support Scottish YouTubers. There's now 20 episodes, but that's not enough. I want to make more. I was hoping to be able to help more YouTubers with YouTuber of the Month, but unfortunately that baby's not mine. So I have to really now double down on hashtag support Scottish YouTubers. I want to make at least another 10 episodes this year. Now I probably won't get to, but I want to. So if you know a small Scottish gaming YouTuber under 1,000 subscribers, tell them I exist so then they can come find me. We can have a wee chat over Twitter or whatever, and they can be folded into hashtag support Scottish YouTubers, and I can rise up more voices in the community, which is what that series is completely and totally and utterly about. Obviously, there have been many things that have come out this year. There have been, the PlayStation Portal, there have been the earbuds, there have been the new headphones, there's all the talk of the PlayStation Pro. I'll cover those in future episodes of the show, and I'll talk about some of that stuff now. The stuff that's already happened, PlayStation Portal. Don't think I have a best case to go out and buy one, especially on my limited funds, but I'm intrigued by the concept, and if I had it as a way that I could make videos without having to fire up my PlayStation, so then I could make content and not annoy my wife by using the lounge, because every time I make one of these videos I have to completely build my studio, film the video, and then I have to dismantle the studio, because I literally one room, there's the lounge and it becomes this, and then it has to unbecome this. And that's what I do every time I make a video for you guys. So if I had a way where I could quickly make the video and then go to PlayStation Portal and then finish the video up on that system, while I'm I could sit on the couch and do all the fiddly bits, the tagging and blah 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 blah, that would be kind of awesome. Finish the editing, I could shoot the raw video and then I could finish the edit on a PlayStation Portal. That would be useful, but I don't know if it's the amount of money that is going for useful. If you get my drift. I mean, I'm still trying to save for a new pair of shoes, and I really need to save for a new phone because my phone is dying. My lovely Sony Xperia 1 Mark II, where I use for shooting outside things like conventions, within less than an hour it can lose its entire charge, and it gets to a point where if it gets to 50, maybe 20%, the phone automatically shuts down to power save. So my phone's goosed. So I need to get a new phone before conventions kick off or before anything else happens. There's no going to be any midnight launches, I think, this year. I mean, the only midnight launch I'm really concerned about doing any kind of future expectation is obviously Grand Theft Auto 6. But that's not till 2025, and even probably mid to early 2025. Because, I mean, yes, financial years and all the rest of it, but also games always get pushed back and there's always things going on. So I'm reckoning spring, summer 2025, that's when we'll get it. It may even happen in August, because as you may remember, Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in August. Or was it September? Anyway, so that sort of spring-summer period is probably about right for Grand Theft Auto 6, but not till 2025. So we've got another year to go for speculation and for humming and hawing. Ah, God. Whoop, there goes the DualSense. Oh god. What else? So like I say, met lots of cool people, had some great shout outs, done some great collabs. I've got a couple of collab ideas coming for the future. So if you're a fellow YouTuber, I may be contacting you soon because I got a collab idea that I think will be good fun. You know, more fun even than the mascots video. There's some of you weren't able to be in on time for the mascots video, so this is me giving you a bit of a heads up that yes, there is another collab coming. So come join in with ZenFam, come join in with ZenBloke even, and we'll make this, and hopefully we'll even get like sequels to it and stuff, and other people might pick it up and then do their own videos. I think that'd be cool. Right, I should probably talk about the games I played in 2023. Now, I didn't get through as many games as I would like to because 1, I'm a family man. 2, I work for a living. 3, my job is an hour 40 away from my house on public transport, and therefore an hour 40 back. And then on the 2 days off I get a week, I'm trying to cram in life. You're out there in the working world, you know what I'm talking about. Then I'm also trying to be a decent father, and I'm trying to make content for you guys. So my gaming is condensed. It's very seldom I play a game twice because I just don't have the time. And if a game isn't fun, that game gets yeeted. That's the basic rule. I complete games. I take a game, I start it, and I finish it. Not one of these guys that jumps in and out of games. I take a game and I play it through. Unless I'm not enjoying it, then out it goes. So in 2024, I started off with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Brilliant game. Absolutely stunning. The scenery, wild. I went with a female Eivor. I had her completely maxed out fairly early on. I really went hard. I tracked everywhere. I saw everything. I mean, if there was a treasure, I had it. If there was a weapon, I had it. If there was a skin, I had it. I even went for the proper ending. You know, like you get the ending, and then you get the ending. Yeah, I did that. So I went completely ham on that game. The only thing I wasn't able to do was to get my village to 100% because my village glitched. Glitch! No! And when I got that, then I might have actually stuck in a little bit longer and probably gone for the platinum. Which I'm not really a big platinum kind of guy. I do like to earn trophies and they're nice to have, and of course they're useful with PlayStation stars, but they're not the be all and end all for gaming. For some people, they go mental for those trophies, and I understand that. They're a good laugh, and they definitely add a level of replayability and extra play ideas. You know, if you want your players to actually get really invested in the game, you go do this thing and you'll get this dopamine inducing little gling on your screen, and that's the whole point of trophies. It's all about that dopamine hit. So after Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I really enjoyed, and surprisingly, given the length of it and that I spent nearly 500 hours with that game, it didn't wear out its welcome, and that's a feat in itself. I then moved on to Sackboy: A Big Adventure, because it finally, after me saying for yonkies and yonkies it should drop on PlayStation Plus, it dropped on PlayStation Plus. Woohoo! So, played that, and it was fun, but it just sort of like some of the gameplay loops and that on it, I don't know, it wasn't as charming as it was back in the day on PS3. It was a quality title, it was beautifully made, it was well realised, the voice acting was good, and there was a lovely vibe to it. But overall, after a while, I just began to fall out of love with it. So I probably got like maybe 60-70% of the way through, and then I just lost interest, so it went away. But you know, if you really are a hardcore Little Big Planet fan, then give it a bash. Obviously it was on PlayStation Plus, so hopefully you put in for the download at the time, so it's in your library. You know, because PlayStation Plus games, if you're not aware, you could put them in your library, and they're there as long as you still maintain your PlayStation Plus subscription. On that particular note, of course, PlayStation Plus subscriptions went up in 2023, didn't they, boys and girls? Yes! So now if you want the basic tier, that's like, what, about 80 quid? You want the medium tier, it's about 100 quid. And if you want the premium tier, that's what, like, I think it's like about 130 or something now. It's like, you're having a giraffe. So I was initially going to drop down to Essential from Extra. But it turns out that if I do that, then all the games that I've got backlogged in my library that I bought and paid for through PlayStation Plus Extra, I won't have access to if I drop down to PlayStation Plus Essential. So now I've got to find another 40 quid over the next month and a half to put into my PlayStation Store wallet so that I can afford PlayStation Plus Extra, which I don't want to do because I don't really like the idea of giving Sony 100 quid for the service that they offered previously for about 84 quid. And I know, yes, that it takes money to do these things, is operate the servers and, you know, give the free storage space and the games, but and also support the studios that make the games by making sure that they give them a good chunk of cash to go, we'll have the games over here please. And I know that all takes money, but sometimes it just feels like we're just being, you know, bled dry. However, what didn't bleed me was Horizon Forbidden West. Oh, got that game from day one. Absolutely loved it. I've never understood the hate that some people seem to have for Aloy and for the Horizon Forbidden, you know, universe. The Horizon universe is brilliant. I love its creativity. I love its monsters. I love its world. I love the way it handles, you know, the post-apocalyptic situation. I mean, yes, okay, sometimes it can be a little bit exposition heavy, and sometimes Aloy can be a wee bit too chatty, and sometimes she can tell you too much about how to solve the puzzle ahead of you, but the fact of the matter is, they're good, solid, credible, crunchy games, and I have enjoyed both of them. Now, as yet, I've not had a go of calling them out because I do not have PSVR 2. I would dearly love to have PSVR 2 because in 2023, my mate Dave, the Grey Wolf, also a member of the hashtag Support Scottish YouTubers alum, he got PSVR 2, and I've been round his gaff a couple of times and played on it, and it's brilliant. It really is. It's such a level above PSVR. I did make a video about it a few months ago when I did do that, so look out for that video. It's actually quite good. But seriously, Sony, support PSVR 2 better than you supported PSVR, because you got a cracking system with cracking controls, and I can see a lot of possibilities opening up for PlayStation VR 2 if Sony actually decide to pull their thumb out their bum and do something with it, because it's got so much scope. But Horizon Forbidden West, loved it. Bright, colourful, just dynamic gameplay, just everything I love about an open world action adventure game, it was there. Played that puppy right through, played that puppy twice. And I played it twice because, you know, I wanted to get all the new game plus extras and make it all happen and do all the stuff again. Not to mention I was trying to get the platinum for that because there was actual beasties that if you hunt them, it does special things for your new game plus, and I tried to get those beasties but unfortunately I couldn't find them. But I was happy to play that game again because once you go in with new game plus and you've got all the mad powers, it's like the original playthrough was probably like about 35 hours. I blasted through that puppy in like about 20. Ridiculous. Beeline the whole hang. You know, because a lot of the side stuff in that I'd already done, so I didn't have to do it again, so I was just concentrating on the story, and getting Aloy even stronger. And then by the way I was about a third of the way through the game, I was completely maxed out. Everything was super maxed out, and I just destroyed. That's one of the things I do love. I do love getting OP in a game and just come stomping around like some digital god smiting digital foes. Yeah, okay, that was a bit maniacal, but yeah, it was fun. And then I finally got to play Kenna British Spirits. Beautiful little game. Okay, sometimes it gets a little bit sketchy with some of its hitboxes and that, and some of the bosses have crazy difficulty spikes, but solid little game. And I would really hope that we get another game with Kenna in it, or at least within that British Spirits universe. Maybe somebody else from her village, I don't know, but it was just a charming, competent game that had, you know, a lovely art style, decent writing, some good ideas, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you're enjoying this video, and you enjoy the next few videos, for about the next 3 or 4 videos, guys, I need you to do me a wee favour. Over the next 3 or 4 videos, let me know in the comments section what the next video YouTube suggests for you to watch. I want to know this because I'm trying to make sure that my content is more friendly for the algorithm. So the algorithm goes, people that watch this also watch that. So if I know what people are being told to watch after they watch me, then I can hopefully pop up. And when people that watch the stuff that they've been told to watch after my video, that if they watch stuff like that, then they'll be told to watch my video. You see where I'm going? And hopefully we can draw some more people in, you know, and make the Zen fam stronger. So if you could stick around to the end of the video for the next 4 or 5 videos and let me know what the video that YouTube suggested you watch next, that'd be awesome. So thank you for that, guys. Then we moved into humanity. Yeah. Interesting little title. Yet again, another very interesting art style. Something very familiar about it. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but yeah, there was something really familiar about humanity. And it was a good brain tingler game. Played quite a lot of it. There's some bits I was just like, oh, I can't do this. Nah. There's a few levels where I did feel not very intelligent, but you know, I'm not a dumb guy, but there's some of these levels it's like, I don't know what to do, or I could see what to do, but I just couldn't quite make it happen. And like I said before, if the game doesn't make you happy, away it goes. So after a while, I dispensed with humanity. Ooh, there's a sentence. Yeah, so humanity, it was fun while it lasted, but it didn't last as long as it could do, but it was still a good experience, so that went away. Then, behind me, Observer, System Redux, the Rutger Hauer classic, RIP Rutger Hauer. Brilliant game, brilliant game. I was basically had the house to myself for 3 days. I knocked this puppy out. I just went through it like a curry through a dug. It was like, ooh, there's an image. But this game, honest to God, Observer System Redux. Oh, it's just so atmospheric. And there's some really creepy bits, and the lighting is exquisite. And of course, playing the PS5 version. Oh, I mean, because it's like a special edition, which is like all like leveled up. It really, really is, and it's properly good. The story is engaging, the characterization is fantastic. Rutger Hauer's voice, and the whole thing. Although there was a couple of bits where like you go, "What do I do? What do I do?" When you figure it out, you feel so good. So yeah, Observer System Redux. Definite, you gotta play that game. Behind you, if you don't like a point and click adventure like in the old days of like say oh, what do you call it? Zork and stuff. You know, like, it might not be for you, but I would say even if it isn't, and you can get hold of it cheap, then push through, because the narrative's great. Then we completely flipped everything on its head, and we booted up Borderlands 3. Now, I've had Borderlands 3 sitting for ages as a physical disc, waiting for me to play, and it kept on looking at me from my disc stacker unit, going, play me, and I kept going, I'll get to you, like I've been doing with Days Gone. One of these days I am going to get to Days Gone. I just know it's a long game, and I've been trying to go like big game, weak game, big game, weak game, and then I keep trying to shift the sort of the kinds of games I'm playing, so then I'm not getting overdone on one particular sort of art style or narrative format. I'm trying to sort of chop and change and keep it interesting for myself, especially as I only get to play one game at a time. Well, I could play more than one game at a time, but because I play so infrequently, I would try to keep 2 control schemes in my head over that length of time when I'm away from the game for long periods of time. Yeah, it doesn't work, so it's got to be that one game. Borderlands 3 though, what a laugh! There were some bits, of course, where sort of like there's some communication issues. The game could tell you some things a bit sooner and tell you how to do some parts of it, you know, with a little bit more fluidity in its communication. It doesn't tell you a lot. It relies upon you playing the other games. Now, I've played all the Borderlands, including the Telltale one, which I personally think is one of the better games I've played, especially in that style. So it wasn't the best Borderlands I've ever played, but it was a really good Borderlands for tying together the whole story and finishing off the idea of what Borderlands is. And it was fun. And the weapon systems are really good. They're not as clever as they make out in the adverts, but with that in mind, still a quality title. So yeah, if you want to shoot things and have a laugh, Borderlands 3 is definitely the way to go. Then we slowed it right down and we played Life is Strange True Colours. Now, there's some hate for this game because people are like, oh, it's just woke stuff, because the character's a lesbian, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. If it's a good story, Lassie could be purple and from Mars and have sex with a toaster. I don't care. If your story's good and your character's engaging, Zembrook's playing. It's that simple. I mean, people give like the Last of Us game, you know, trouble, especially Last of Us 2. They were all like, oh, Ellie this and that, and, you know, giving smack to the other female character whose name escapes me for the moment. It's gone. And Lek the Wee, and Lek and that, and, you know, I really enjoyed Last of Us 2. I'll say that. I'll put my flag in the ground. I enjoyed Last of Us 2, and I enjoyed Life is Strange True Colours. I've enjoyed all the Life is Strange games that I've played. I think I'm still missing one. I can't remember which one right now. But, good wee game, engaging story, gorgeous looking thing. But then it's kind of, you're basically in small areas of densely created game spaces, and because you don't interact with the spaces, you walk through them as you kind of walk through life. Because, you know, when you're in life, you don't interact with everything around you. You're generally on your way from A to B. You're passing through the world, and that's basically what it is with Life is Strange. You're passing through that world, trying to just make life happen. And I would have played the game more, except I did a thing and it screwed up the game completely. It screwed the save, and to get back to the point where I was, I would have had to have played basically almost the entire game again. It screwed up so badly, and I just didn't have the heart to sit there and play that same 15 hours again. So yeah, that just wasn't going to happen. well, maybe 15 hours is an exaggeration, but that's what it felt like. It did feel like a long game because it, like, you know, there's decisions to be made. You think about the things and you plot around the area and you try to see all the angles to make the best decision possible. That's what it's like in these decision-based games. You're trying to make the best decision for the best outcome. But yeah, Life is Strange, True Colors, doesn't deserve a lot of the hate it gets. Solid game, good story. Then I decided I really wanted just a really short, snappy experience, and I finally got my hands on Unpacking. And Unpacking, lovely wee game. Really, really enjoyed it. It just, you know, the sort of joy of the right thing in the right place, unpacking a box, putting these things here, putting these things there. It's just really cathartic and just nice. And as you're doing it, you're understanding the life of the person whose boxes you're unpacking. And you not only are you packing the house, you're unpacking their life. And the ending, which I will not spoil, is just really, really heartwarming. Well, for me it was anyway. You'll have to play it for yourself and find out. And the last game I was playing in 2023, and I'm still playing now, Assassin's Creed Mirage. What do I say about Assassin's Creed Mirage? I mean, I started the year on Assassin's Creed, I end the year on Assassin's Creed. Oh god. I love how it so harkens back to the original Assassin's Creed. I love the focus on stealth. I love the focus on the Middle East. It feels more like the first game, but obviously with modern touches. The only thing that's holding me back at the moment of the game is I can't find that 10th shard. God, I'm trying to find the 10th shard so I can go forward. It's not easy. So if I could find that 10th shard, I'd be rocking and rolling. And then the game I could just like really then step up, and I'm sure once I get that 10th shard, then so many other parts of the story will finally become open to me and I can plough forward. But I mean, I've got Basim pretty strong. I've got most of his powers up. So I just need to find that 10th shard. And once I've got that, 2-3 hours more gameplay, that puppy's gone. I might even play it again because, as I'm given to understand, the New Game Plus mode of that game is something quite special. And if that's the case, then your boy is in. Oh yes. But that's basically my Assassin's Creed Mirage wrap up, and that's how I'll be thinking about 2023. The year where basically I went to some cool conventions, I met some cool people, I played some cool games, some interesting tech came out. However, it is fair to say that all the leaks that have come out, I have not read them. I do not want to know about the leaks for two main reasons. One, games change. Games go away, games get started, companies change their mind, companies change concept. Sometimes a game can completely flip 180 and become something else. So those leaked documents from Sony and from Ubisoft even, and a couple other companies, I'm not touching them, I'm not reading them, I don't want to know, because I want the surprise. And of course, before the end of the year happened, we learned about the final and expected demise of E3. Sad, because that means I'll now really never get to go to E3, but maybe in a year or two, you know, I'm kind of hoping like in 2025 I can get the funds together and I can go to Gamescom in Cologne, Germany for you guys. That would be awesome. But that's going to take money because, you know, flights and hotels and blah blah blah. But I'm fairly confident that I could get a press pass for that. But you know, these are the trials and tribulations of being a gaming content creator on YouTube in the 2020s when you're almost 50. So what am I hoping to do for 2024? Well, 2024, as I said before, definitely looking like I'm going to be at a Glasgow Anime Gaming Convention. If there's going to be a Games Expo for 2024 in Glasgow, I'll apply for the press pass for that again. And as I got it for last year, hopefully I'll get it this year. Still trying to do some background work on the ZenCon, which is just a working title. I don't know if it'll happen in 2024, probably not, because I've really just not had a lot of time to work on things like that. I've been so sort of spread out with work and whatnot, and just trying to keep things running. Just, you know, with this economy the way it is, just everybody's running to stand still. But I do what I can. What else? Obviously, as I said before, hoping to get that press pass for Insomnia down in Birmingham. That'll be the first time I've ever gone for a convention outside of Scotland, so that'll be kind of fun. I'm really hoping to there's a couple of people I want to work with on YouTube and actually, you know, do a collab, but face to face, actually us together physically. Those people are first Retro Video Game Virus, because we've spoken a few times back and forth about how we should really do something together, and I really want to. And even though he's had a lot of sort of ups and downs in his content in the last year, which I'm not going to talk about because it's not my place to mention his stuff, but he's had a difficult time, and he's still an awesome creator. And when he finally does get a chance to come back and really get into his content again, I know his stuff is going to be brilliant, because his stuff is just brilliant. Tech Tucker, great wee channel. He's firmly on the road to 1,000, and it's sort of like, and I wish Tech all the best. I know he's part of the Zen fam, so hey Tech. It was fun hanging out with you at Glasgow Gamescom, and it was even more fun hanging out with you properly at Glasgow Anime and Gaming Convention. A good guy, and your brother's fun too. I'm really kind of hoping that, like, at least one of the conventions that I'm going to this year, I finally get to meet a couple of the guys. I'd really love to sort of like have a sit down in the blend, and maybe even do an interview with Generation Pixel. It'd be kind of nice to bump into like Gavilar88, who's just reached 1K. If you didn't see the community post the other day, so yo, gun yourself, Gavilar. Yes, mate. Also, I'm really liking your new outro. I love that. I'll catch you. I see what you did, man. You're trying to copy me with the I nay bother. Nice. Of course, who else? Give84. Kind of need to be hanging with him. I mean, I know that he does attend some things, so maybe if he's at Glasgow Gamecom or something, that'd be kind of neat. Oh, that was one thing. At last year's Glasgow Gamecom, the 2023 one, I met Craig from Pure Dead Gaming. That was actually quite fun. There's a couple of podcasts I'm kind of trying to see about getting into, even on just a couple of guest slots here and there for 2024. So hopefully there's some podcasts coming. There's a couple of collabs coming that I want to do. Hopefully there'll be some physical collabs, which I'll do with other channels that I'll actually run through them, not just all me. I'm hoping to try and actually get a version of the no AI logo that'll attach, you know, like probably like down here or down here, probably more down here, because I did try to make it after that short I did saying about how I want to put that little sticker on my videos that shows that I'm not making AI content, and in fact I stand against AI content. Don't get me wrong, if you use AI to, like, you know, help you do things to speed things up a bit, I can understand that. But if you're just like tapping out, if you're using ChatGPT to write your scripts, and then you have a robot read the script, and then you have like gameplay you've taken from somewhere else that is not yours, and then ChatGPT's helped you write your description and your title and suggested the tags for your video. Is it your video? Is it? I don't think so. So this channel is all about pure human endeavour. So once I get that little thing sorted out and I actually get a version that works on my editing platform, i.e. PlayStation 5 and Share Factory Studio, then doing here probably is where it will reside forevermore. Also, I want to try and change up a little bit the way that I do those two drop downs at the beginning. You know, like either side of me I have the bell and I have the t-shirt with the Redbubble logo and stuff, and I want to change those up, but I'm not sure how best to change those up. Because I want to keep things fresh, I want to keep things interesting. So if you have an idea of how best to approach that, then please, obviously, typey down below, let's envelope know. So I think the best thing I could do is give some shout outs now. Some of the people I shouted out already, I don't care, they'll get in a set. This is just the shout out section. I want to shout out Mike from Gala Gaming. I want to shout out Mark Goes Blind Gaming. I want to shout out The Real Bit Wars for your services, sir, during 2023 for YouTuber of the Month. You were fantastic. I want to shout out Generation Pixel. I want to shout out Gavalari A. Still making fantastic content. Recently a dad. Awesome guy. Great editing. I want to shout out Art Retro Video Game Virus, RVG. I know you've been through some stuff this year, brother, but I believe in you, and when you come back, you're going to come back and you're going to be even more amazing. Let's see, Dapper Paper Bag. You are fantastic, hen. Your streaming game on point. And if you ever decide to make a YouTube channel, you let me know, and I will promote your channel, because you're streaming. You've been streaming for years, and you helped me get in touch with a lot of people in the early days of YouTube for your Twitter group that used to exist when Twitter groups were a thing. You're awesome. The team from Pure Dead Gaming, love your stuff. Maybe one day you'll invite me on one of your shows, especially if it was the PlayStation show. I would love that. What else? Who else do I want to shout out? I want to give big love to my wife and my boy, because my wife puts up with all my nonsense, and even though me being a YouTuber puts her eyebrows firmly in the ceiling, I know she loves me and I love her, so happy bugger. And of course I love my kid. It's like my boy's even been with me in a couple of videos. Like we did that video, it's got to be like a year and a half ago now, maybe a bit more, when we discussed was like for him gaming at his age and for me gaming at my age at that point. Maybe someday we'll do a follow up on that, because that was fun. And there's been other times where my kid's been in some videos with like little cursory things. Like a few years ago I was doing a talk about PlayStation peripherals, and he was like passing me stuff, and he was like being very careful not to be on screen. He was just being the guy that handed me the props. He did such a good job, and then I invited him on and he bounced up and down because he was all excited to be in Daddy's video. Aww. So yeah, conventions, collabs, hopeful podcasts, trying to figure out how to do more with Blue Sky now that I have it. Definitely want to try and do some streaming this year. I'm thinking about just closing the Twitch channel and just having YouTube just for streaming, or at least just mothballing Twitch for now, because it's a whole rigmarole getting around to being on Twitch and all the rest of it, because I just don't have the time with the work hours the way they are. Sorry this video has been so long, guys, but I had a lot to say and I had a lot to try and mention. And do please remember, stick to the next 4 or 5 videos, stay to the end, so then you can let me know what YouTube is suggesting that you watch next, so I know how to sculpt my content going forward, so then for people that watch the kind of things that they're told to watch after they watch me, then hopefully I can be the kind of thing that's being suggested after they watch that, and then they get suggested to watch me. I know it's kind of circular, but it's just the kind of things you have to do when you're a content creator. Right. Hashtag support Scottish YouTubers. And of course, as always, I nay bother.